The purpose of second level is, of course, to make sure the horse has correct basics and has achieved the thrust required at first level, and now actually accepts more weight on the hindquarters, which is collection, moves with an uphill tendency, and we especially want to see that balance in the medium gaits, and is more reliably on the bit. And of course, he's going to need to be straighter, more laterally supple, more connected, and showing some self-carriage. Just as a reminder though, this is baby collection. This is the beginning of collection. So as judges and riders, we expect the collection to come and go a little bit, and maybe by second level 3, the collection should be a little bit more confirmed. We're going to introduce walk canter transitions in second level 1, collected a medium trot and canter, 10-meter circles at canter, shoulder in, and the rein back. Movement number 4 is shoulder in right with a right hand turn at E. So you don't need to straighten, you just keep the bend you have in shoulder in and you turn to the right. Once you're crossing center line, you establish your left bend, do a left hand turn at B, and ride directly B to M, shoulder in left. Now you should straighten back to shoulder 4 at M because the exercise is finished. Second level test 2 introduces travers, which is haunches in, half turn on the haunches, and simple changes. Simple changes are the canter walk canters. Most of you that have shown second level before are already used to doing that movement from the previous test. Second level test 2 has the shoulder in and then connected by half 10-meter circles. So B to X, half 10-meter circle right, X to E, half 10-meter circle left, followed by the travers left. The difficulty with those two half 10-meter circles is very often the riders make those two half circles different sizes. You need to connect those two half circles with a little bit of trot straight up center line. So again, get your diagram out, draw your circles, and then notice the pattern that you do stay straight up center line. Don't try to connect those with a diagonal line. So half 10-meter circle, make sure the horse is straight on center line before you start the second half circle. At the end of your haunches in at K, you'll need to straighten the horse before you go through the short end. Movement number 12 is the first time that we see the turns on the haunches. Make sure you take as much time as you need walking toward M. Your turns on the haunches should be performed from a shoulder 4. Remember, they must have some bend. We're seeing quite a bit of turns on the haunches counter bent. They must have bend in the direction of the turn. They can be at least a meter, which is about 3 feet. So if you come off that G to M line, which you will if it's a meter, walk straight ahead to finish your turn on the haunches. Don't half pass back to that line. Walk straight ahead a few strides, show the judge you're finished, and then walk a little bit of a diagonal line back and prepare shoulder 4 left for your next turn on the haunches between G and H. This test introduces the serpentine of 3 equal loops, width of arena, simple changes of lead over center line. You need to draw your 3 concentric 20-meter circles, and you need to notice that they're half circles connected by straight lines. So we want to be able to see that you can bend the horse, that on that straight line connecting the loops, that's where you perform your simple change. The walk steps, think 3 to 5 steps and try to center those steps over center line. So you have the same number of walk steps on one side as the other. And then after you pick up your new canter lead, bend and ride with a nice bend into the next long side. So you have a score for your simple changes, and you also have a score for the quality and the accuracy of your loops. again, don't lose points for inaccurate riding. Second level test 3 introduces counter canter on the serpentine. Like we saw in first level test 3, where we want the horses to be stronger, we use the whole diagonal for our trot lengthenings. In second level test 3, we also use the entire diagonal for our medium trots. Our medium canters now also go the entire long side. And now, again, we do have 10 points for your transition score from your collected canter to medium and medium canter back to collected. It's going to be very important that you come back to your collection, because directly after the medium canter, we have our C to A serpentine of 3 loops. Once again, make sure you know your geometry. Now, the difference is going to be that we're not going to change our bending because we're staying on the same lead. So counter canter has a little bit of bend in the direction of the lead. So if you think about how much bend you would have on a 20-meter canter circle, that's about how much bend you would need to have here on your serpentine. We need the hind legs to stay on the pattern with the shoulders slightly positioned in the direction of the hind leg. So you're still riding a little bit of shoulder fore. Be careful you don't let the shoulders get on the line and the haunches start sliding one direction or the other.